following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventure of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
Yo, I can't believe it. I can't believe it happened. Okay, I'm here from the Pipe House, okay? And the Pipe House is not white, though. The Pipe House is blue. This is the Adventures of Pipeman. We have the election results. We're going to discuss the election results, as well as, we're going to discuss Shiprocked. Oh, my God. And I went and covered an Exodus show. Exodus is one of my favorite all-time ever bands. It was badass. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about what day it is today. And we're going to talk with the Pipe Nuts. So let's just bring the Pipe Nuts on. Welcome to the show, Pipe Nuts. I want to especially welcome Rebel Swamp Nut. And
I guess I'm a nut today too.
Well, you might. You're probably nut. Always nuts. Okay, like you're Canadian. That just put.
I'm like the nut.
I just got done interviewing a Canadian man. Okay, and so I have a trivia question for you.
Clay.
Canadian nut. What should we call her, Rebel? What makes
let's see, Dr. Nuts. Maple nut could work.
That might be possible.
That's kind of like stereotypical Canadian.
Or it could be Canuck nut. Canuck
or
nut.
Took nut.
So we could call her Canuck nut, and then somebody has to say that 10 times fast in order to win tickets to festival.
It can't be Canucks because like that's Vancouver Canucks and.
Oh yeah, forget Vancouver.
Can't do that.
So
I don't like that name.
What's wrong with Vancouver?
So I must say, I have already filed my grievances. Okay, there is definitely. I knew it was going to happen. There was definitely fraud. The election was stolen from me. Okay, because come on, come on. How does that happen? Okay, like what is happening even? We don't even know what's happening today. The whole world has changed today. And, thank you for everybody who supported me because we're going to war. Okay. I am in a secret pipe house type of place. And
a safe house.
I can't help but notice like the toilet bowl anatomy behind you.
Yeah. Oh, do you like that? Okay. So the toilet bowl. Okay.
I can't believe you didn't win.
You have to understand the technology. Okay. Okay. So here's the technology.
Is there a bidet version of this?
Well, let me just read it to you here. Okay.
Okay.
So it says understanding the technology. This goes back to the Pipeman's investment days. Like this would be on my wall, okay? Because this is when computers first came out. Like, so nobody really knew how to run a computer except me, which is why I am so shocked that they stopped me from stealing the election. Okay, because I had it all set. I had the coding all done, and I forgot to hit send. But anyway, okay, so understanding technology. So where you flush, that's the function key. Okay. The top, not the seat, but the top, That's the floppy disk. Okay. The toilet paper on the wall, that's the application software. The hole, the toilet bowl hole, glory hole, whatever you want to call it. Isn't that what you okay?
Not the same thing. Just saying.
Well, if you're in Florida and a snake comes up through your toilet bowl up that hole, it might be a glory hole. Just saying. Okay.
If it goes up the right hole, I suppose.
That's the input. And then the seat, the toilet seat, that's the user interface. And it's so true because the pipe man wakes up every morning and goes and uses this technology while I'm going through the 5 million emails I got throughout the night. And then, and then the base of the toilet, that's the central processing unit. And then there's a pipe that goes out of the toilet, that's the output. And then underneath the toilet, okay, you know, where the toilet's on the wall and it's screwed into the wall, there are all times I have an alarm there. There are times that this alarm goes off and I'm like, what the, because it's scary and loud. I'm like, what the fuck? And
why would you have an alarm there?
Well, because of the overflow input-output error, okay? Because sometimes toilets can have overflow from an input-output error, and it happens on the floor at the base underneath the toilet. So you need an alarm there to let you know before you flood your home and kill your animals, like the government.
I see.
Like the government. Do you know why I say like the government?
No, I have no idea.
The government is out to kill our animals. I want to know if President Trump is going to fix this, because the government is out to kill our animals.
How so? This is something I'm missing.
We're all missing. It's not just you.
Is this the Peanut the Squirrel story again?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
and the raccoon and the raccoon.
Right. Oh yeah, that's
a really sad story. Like I've gone down the rabbit hole of watching the TikToks of these people with their squirrel and raccoon. And oh my God, this squirrel and raccoon was friendlier than any cat or dog. Get rid of the cats and dogs. Let the Haitians eat them, and let's just have squirrels and raccoons as pets.
I mean, they let people have like tigers and bears.
No, they really don't. Exotic Joe, by the way, breaking news, Exotic Joe, he found love in prison, and he's totally in love with his bunkie or whatever it is, okay? So, see, sometimes when you break the law and you go to prison, due to the glory hole, you have a happy ending. Because you know how they got together, okay? So one of them was taking a crap in the cell and the other one got turned on. I mean, because you can't, it's not like you can close the door, okay? Okay, but so let's talk more about that then. There's also a magazine on the floor. There's a magazine on the floor that's the supplemental data, okay? And then there's the backup system. That's the mop bucket. That's the backup system. Okay.
In case the alarm doesn't go off right.
And then there's disaster recovery and the mouse is running. There's a mouse too. And then there's a debugging tool. Toilets are very, very technologically advanced. Is
that the plunger, the debugging tool, or?
No, yes, that's exactly what it is.
Really?
It is the plunger. See, you understand. Canadians understand it, okay? They understand the technology. Americans, they're still a little stupid, so they don't understand the technology yet. That's how come we are here today. Just saying. Okay, so there's the surge control device. There's the normal flow of operation, and there's the main storage, because that's where all your teenage kids store their drugs, by the way. In case you don't know, just go lift up the top of your toilet, like as if you were going to try to fix the thingy, And that's where you'll
You
find.
mean the flush valve?
Yes, that's the thingy. Okay. I'm using the scientific term. You want to use the
got it.
layman's term? Go ahead. Okay.
But the thingy.
Okay. But anyway, back to what we were talking about earlier about Canada. Okay. I have a trivia question for you. Now it's all screwed up, so I'm just going to throw it all on the floor. Okay.
Where it belongs.
All right. So, see, this is the stuff you don't get to see when I'm pissed off during the show in the virtual background when I'm throwing the shit on the floor that's behind me. Okay. So, I just interviewed this killer Canadian band. They're known as the Canadian Band. So, trivia question for the Canadian here in the studio. Okay. Who is the Canadian band that's not Rush?
The Guess Who?
No, but I've interviewed them too. But thank you. Who else?
Oh boy, I don't know.
And why are Canadians?
Why? What's metal?
Women? And why are Canadians singing about American women? That's what I want to know.
Why are Canadians singing about American women?
Yeah, you just said to Guess Who, dingbat. Okay, their most famous song is "American Woman." Okay, so Canadians are getting famous off the Americans.
So,
okay, so who's this other band?
I don't even know. I don't know.
I'll give you a hint.
It's gonna be a trick.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay,
it's 3 words, and the first word is I don't know if you count it as a word. Very good. Okay.
I would say I don't know. My next guess would be the Tragically Hip.
Yes, you got it.
Really?
You got it. Oh my God! I was just on because it's their 40th anniversary.
That's cool. Yeah, there's lots going on. They have
a new box set coming out not tomorrow, but the next day, and a documentary on Amazon Prime. Why is it you Canadians always get documentaries? How do I do that? Can I become a Canadian and have a Pipeman documentary going on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably that would be quite interesting. That's I think the new Joe Exotic in the making right here.
Well, because now I have to leave the United States because I got the election stolen from me. And so I have to go somewhere else and infiltrate another country and take it over instead.
Yeah.
It might as well be Canada.
I mean,
because you guys
it might be
such
better
a crappy political situation, I could easily get elected there.
Yeah.
Like the whole country here. The whole country would vote for me.
No fight. She just said, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no denying we have our own stuff going on for sure. But I mean, we do piggyback off of the US,
Oh my God, wait. Oh, did I tell you?
Oh God.
Okay, so I have for several years been trying to infiltrate somewhere else. Okay. And I have been unsuccessful thus far.
Naturally.
Until 2024. I have infiltrated, I am successful, and I am now a media partner, W4CY Radio, K4HD Radio, Pipeman Radio with Shiprocked.
Yay.
Now, if you don't know what Shiprocked is, it is the most popular cultish concert cruise in the world. I mean, it sells out like the minute they announce the date. It's and I know so many shiprockers. That's what they're called, shiprockers. Okay, the people that go on Shiprocked. So I think now I'm a shiprocker. Maybe I'm a shiprocker now. Okay, but
you're not a shiprocker until you go on the boat.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay. So it's really cool. It's this cruise, and all these rock bands go on, and metal bands and stuff, and they perform live. They do meet and greets, and then they just hang out with you. Okay, it's like the coolest scene ever. But these shiprockers, they're the most dedicated, loyal, cultish people to any event ever in history. Okay, like these people that I know for years, it's like they're going, and people have been begging me for years to go on Shiprocked. All the friends that on the festivals, on the Pipeman Radio Tour, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going this year. Nope, not this year. Nope, not this year. This year, yes. Fucking not Slayer, because Slayer's at Louder Than Life. Okay. Slayer's at Louder Than Life. Not going to be on Shiprocked. Okay. But a bunch of my friends are going to be on Shiprocked that I know I'm going to have fun with. It's going to be really, really cool. And it's going to be an interesting interview scenario because basically I'm going to be doing the interviews right after the meet and greets. Like I'm going to be next to them at the meet and greet, and they're going to go from the meet and greet to doing the interview with me. And it's like one band after another, and like they're locked on the ship, so they have to do an interview with the Pipeman. Okay, so like they can't. There's no escape. Okay, but seriously though,
what's their policy for people who jump overboard?
Well, we do have castaways on Shiprocked too. Okay,
I feel like a few of them are going to try to get away from you.
Castaways are secret, artists, surprise artists that are stowaway on the boat, and then all of a sudden it's a surprise, like yeah, they're I can't believe they're here, that type of thing.
They have
it won't be the Tragically Hip though, I'll tell you that.
That's pretty cool. I thought I wasn't even thinking that realm, because I was like, oh, it's not really metal, but they're classic. They're Canadian. They're
not going to be
Canadian band.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why I said.
And they're wild. Did you ever get to catch any of their shows on the Pipe tour?
No, not live, but I would like to, because they are badass. Great
performers.
They are badass. So
obviously, rest in peace, Gord Downey. He died of the same disease as Neil Peart. They're grew up in a similar area.
Wow, it might be the area.
Yeah, I wonder. There's some environmental things there. Anyways.
See, it's a good thing we got Canadian.
I should have posed that as a quiz for you.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah,
it's good to have a Canadian. Okay, so I went the buy police thing. Okay, now Rebel, you don't need that
she's
in
clocking
the
in at
background.
6'7".
We already know you look like you're wearing an orange jumpsuit there, and I have to say, Rebel, okay, it wasn't very nice what you did. I'm just saying. And Juan,
what did I do?
Juan,
the thingy.
I heard that your vote single-handedly took the election away from the Pipeman, and I'm not happy with that.
I don't see how that's true, because I voted for the Pipeman.
Yes. See. Okay. Good. Did you vote for the Pipeman, Rebel?
No, she did not. That's why she's in jail.
Twice.
Oh, that's why she's in jail.
I did.
You voted for
That's
me
why I'm in jail.
She thinks because it's like a small town type of vibe, she can go from one parish to another and just keep voting. That's how Trump won, by the way. Okay, the Southerners, they all went from one county to another and just voted. I know what I did. Okay, so here's what I did. I did my write-in vote, the absentee ballot, but I also did the early voting and the day of voting. That's how
it works. I should have voted 3 times, and I wouldn't be in here.
One for each of your personalities.
What?
Is that how? One for each of your personalities?
Yeah, no, it's just like you just listen. You just tell them your name, and they give you the ballot. So it's like, okay, I know this person's not showing up. I'll just give their name.
Right.
Here's what Rebel did. Rebel went to vote. Then she turned around, put some glasses on, and went back inside the line.
Yeah.
And it's those glasses that make her stand out, so nobody would ever think that she's double doing.
It's the glasses with the nose and the fake mustache.
I don't have that one.
So Shiprocked, though, I am so excited because I contacted all of the people that are repeat customers for the Groupon and let them know that I might be doing a Shiprocked giveaway. Okay, we don't know yet. We definitely have a special code we're going to do too for people that want to join the Pipeman on Shiprocked.
No, wait a minute. Is it really safe to let the group owners get on a boat where you would have to jump off the boat to get away from them?
No, I have my own cabin. I mean, come on.
That won't stop.
You don't think they would be crawling all over the place on the side of the boat?
Well, that is kind of true. That is kind of true because Rebel, remember that one day I was driving home and I saw one of the groupies like outside the fence of where I was living, and I just kept driving.
Yeah, just keep driving. Don't let them see you.
Just kept driving. Went out to dinner, came back, still there, left again.
Yeah, it's a good thing your car's not that noticeable.
Well, it wasn't this car. It wasn't this car. It was a bright blue Lexus sports car.
Yeah, so it was too bright.
So it blended because it matched my hair. It blended.
Is this like days before the cell phones or something? Like, don't people just send a message nowadays?
No. This is real shit that happened. Listen, I dated a girl, okay? She would stand outside the window of the studio, like not this studio one, the one out there when we had it out there. And literally, because my co-host was pretty hot, so she would peer into the window of the studio while I was doing a show. Ask Rebel, because she heard when I would say stuff. Because she'd like literally be peering into the window of the studio while I'm doing my show to make sure I'm banging my co-host in the middle of the show. Is that what I'm doing? I don't know.
Or she was just interested in your show. No,
did it
have?
No,
it was
kind of like it was kind of like how when a squirrel gets on a window and they have their four, back to the squirrel thing. Okay, it was kind of like that. It was kind of. It was like the four
okay, so this is what Shiprocked around Pipeman's cabin is gonna look like.
I'm good. I already started today. I'm in training for Shiprocked, so I am doing laps. I'm doing laps every day in case I have to jump ship. and to make sure I can swim to shore. Okay.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Absolutely.
Hey, okay, let's see who can do this right. Okay, I'm going to pick. Hold on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If it screams, let's let it go. My mother said to pick the very best one, and you are it. Okay, Dr. Nicole, you have to tell us so far what the lineup is for Shiprocked. So I'll give you a few minutes to look it up.
Yeah, okay. I haven't seen it yet.
And hold on, somebody's calling. If it's important, then I'll take it and let you guys take over the show. If it's not, we'll just put them on the show. Okay, let's.
Okay.
Hello, may I help you?
Hello, this is Bree calling from Storage Rentals of America in Palm Gardens. Am I speaking with Dean Piper?
Yes. Can you hold on 1 second for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you guys talk amongst yourselves for a couple minutes, okay?
It must be important.
Take me out. This has to do with the Pipeman homeless tour, okay? So take me out of the studio.
I'll read the lineup. Let's see.
Go ahead.
Do it while he's not here, so he doesn't give you a hard time.
I know. Okay. Parkway Drive is a headliner. We got Hollywood Undead, Nothing More.
Woo!
Struts.
On a boat with Hollywood Undead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. There's some like the Ghost Inside, Ghost Kid. Lots of some ghosty stuff. You love that, Rebel. Silly Goose, that's Dean's new fave. Badass band. Spirit World. How about that?
I like it.
Yeah, okay, we've got POD Ginger, Devour the Day. There's lots. Buck Cherry.
Oh, really?
Betray You. Yeah. The Jigsaw Youth. I wonder if there's more here. He's just always up to something, right? When is this date? It's happening on
that day.
I don't know. This website is kind of like, it's interesting.
Yeah,
Travel.
I'm seeing the whole artist lineup here.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you're obviously better at the technology than I am. Or the stove.
We do have one.
Yeah, who else?
That many people, huh?
So many people.
There's
I know,
probably
right?
I'm trying to find the date for it.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
They might not have released a date. Like the Pipeman said, when they release a date, they sell out like almost immediately.
Oh yeah,
so
maybe
it could be that they didn't release the date yet, because they would be sold out.
Have you guys ever done a cruise? Have you ever been on a cruise ship?
I have not been on a cruise ship. I have, I don't know, concerns about getting on one.
What's the equivalent of the Mile High Club to like for the cruise ship?
Ooh. Fun stuff. What is this? What do we have here? What are they asking? I see something on the screen, but I can't see the screen.
What is in your eye, Rebel Meddler?
I don't know, but God knows I wish I can get it out because it is really bothering me.
Yeah, it's blocking your vision.
Yes, I mean, it made me tear up and everything. I can't get it out, and I can't see it. I tried, but it's like right under the top. It's under the top eyelid, and it's like every time you blink, you get it. It's like, oh, damn it. And I can't get it. I can't get it out. I don't see it, so I don't know. I'm kind of just stuck with it.
Right.
It'll eventually come out.
It'll work its way.
All right, I did find the date. It's January 19, 2025.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna go from Miami to St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands and Half Moon Cay in the Bahamas.
Wow. So is that one of those ones you need a passport to go on, or?
Yes, I mean, pretty much all cruises are.
Do you have a passport? No,
they won't let me out.
You're a bad girl. Naughty.
I am. You know what was rough? Like right before, they agreed to let me do this in this lineup area, but you know that shower down that they give you, it's just so ew. Like I don't need to be deloused. Leave me alone. What is this? Ew.
Maybe that's what you picked up.
It's just not
in your eyeball. Yeah,
it could be. It could be. Oh my goodness, they might have sprayed the wrong thing, the wrong chemical, and
I would be cautious. Good luck in there.
I know, right? There's just no privacy in here.
Oh, please. You probably hate privacy.
No, I love privacy. I never get any. That's the problem. Jesus, I damn sure ain't gonna get it in here. All because of that voting thing. I wish I could.
Yeah. So is there is a definitive answer now? Like we know Pipeman didn't make it, unfortunately, but I tried getting on there with a fake VPN, but that they didn't let me go.
You couldn't vote, or you couldn't see their election results?
No. I mean, I actually heard of some people from outside of the States having, getting on the VPN, like a separate VPN, and then they can vote online. Is that even a thing? I don't know. I'm not.
I don't think so.
I'm not.
That's illegal.
No.
That would be a problem.
I know. That's a little extreme for sure.
Yeah, that's worse than what Rebel did.
I know, right? Yeah. That's definitely worse than what I did. They didn't even get the chance to do the show from the lineup. But I do have to ask this question. If you guys were watching last night, Kamala's I guess campaign manager came out and said, oh, well, she's not gonna, she's pretty much going to bed. She already knew the results. I mean, don't y'all think that was a little bit suspicious? You're gonna go to bed when you're pretty much everything, your future is not your total future, but a big thing is hanging in the balance. Why would you go to bed without knowing the results?
Trump was already in bed. They had to wake him up to do the speech.
No, he wasn't. He was going from Mar-a-Lago to the convention center or something like that. And
yeah,
that's
he was
when
in Mar-a-Lago. And
at a party at Mar-a-Lago, at a party at his house with Elon Musk. So I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I do know that this is what the news says. And keep in mind, folks, just because it's said on the news or on TV doesn't make it real. Okay? Please. Yeah.
That's why I didn't know if I heard some news today, if it was like true or not. But that's the deciding factor. You've got Trump in there now.
I do believe that is what they're currently stating.
Now, Nicole, from the Canadian perspective, do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm no expert, and word on the street is that either option was bad for Canada. So
why was either option bad for Canada?
I don't know, and this is where I'm not educated enough.
Let me explain this one. Because I heard a lot of people say, like, oh, if this person wins, I'm moving to Canada. Canada doesn't want those people.
That's why it's bad for Canada.
That's why.
Yeah, maybe.
I get it. I totally understand now why it would be bad for Canada. Whoever won, y'all were going to get the supposed I'm leaving the country. You know how many times they've been saying they're going to leave the country? The same people.
You know how expensive it is to leave a country, to go live in another country?
Oh, yeah, right? I know. I
don't know. Ask all of the people that they bus in here.
It's crazy.
All of the people who come in here illegally and, all of that good stuff. Ask them how hard it is to leave a country. It wasn't too hard to leave theirs, apparently, because they keep coming here. All right. And let me be specific.
You have to think about the journey too, right? Because most of those are like Haitians. They have to cross an entire ocean just to get to that border. And a lot of people that are coming from the Mexican border are not even Mexican. They're like Venezuelan or like Hondurans and all these other people that have to walk and travel to an entire country to get there.
Well, I'm sorry for that plight, but here's the problem. When they're coming in here illegally, there's all these people who came here and did the right thing to get here legally. If you are having a problem, get all of these people together.
You didn't come here legal. You're not even legal. You're not even legal.
I'm an American.
Occupationist.
Rebel is not legal. Okay, come on.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
All right.
I can't fly, but I am legal.
All right, then you show me either a driver's license, a passport, or something that says Rebel Meddler on it.
I am not going to show you on the air.
Well, she's locked. She's locked up. Has none of her identity. None of her possessions are with her right now.
No, it would say Rebel Meddler on it. It would say Rebel Meddler on it. Okay.
Do you see this?
I think if we did a search of public records, there is nobody legal in the United States called Rebel Meddler. She is a castaway. She's
hey, speaking of castaway, we did the shiprock thing, and I have a question for you, Pipeman.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
What is the cruise ship equivalent of the Mile High Club?
That's the Pipeman Groupon, of course.
I got it. Naughty knots.
Oh,
naughty knots.
How many knots? How many knots? Yeah.
Can I tell you?
The Naughty Knot Club.
Can I tell you that one of the reasons my father was always in love with my stepmother was because she did the Mile High Club with them. So do not underestimate.
Every time they flew, or just once?
No, just once. Don't underestimate the power of the Mile High Club. Okay. Like, if you could bang somebody in that little teeny bathroom that you can barely stand in.
It's not that hard. I mean, how did that go?
Well, that's the problem, Rebel. Like, You're in the bathroom on understanding the technology, okay? Wait.
Yeah.
You're understanding the technology, okay?
The bathroom and the plane don't look like that.
Where's the throttle on that guy?
Throttle. You Canadians are
computer
weird.
Reference, not a car reference.
You Canadians are weird. Like I'm thinking, like what do you think the flusher thing is the throttle?
It's for the bidet, the throttle.
It's for the blinker fluid.
That was.
I don't get the whole bidet thing either. Okay,
yeah. So the bidet option. That was my first question. That's not an option.
I know people that swear by bidets, but I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Like, here's what I think's gonna happen. Here's what I envision in my head. Okay, I envision that bidet hits you and splashes all your poop that you would wipe off your butt up onto your face.
Hey, man, really?
Like, why would anybody want to do that? Second of all, okay, if a guy likes a bidet, does it mean he's not straight?
No, it just means he has a clean butt.
Okay, let's take a survey. Okay, so you say no. What do you say, Dr. Nicole?
Oh, well, I mean, I think it's funny, but I don't think it's correct either. I think that a lot of people use water to cleanse, and it's probably more hygienic. And you're doing it wrong, obviously.
I didn't ask you that. Okay. I didn't ask you that.
I'm sorry, I'm serious.
I just want to show you. Let me interrupt y'all real quick. See my credit card?
Yeah,
sure I'm covering up the right numbers here.
I saw.
No. He wanted to see something with my name on it.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay.
Well, you turned
no.
Okay, that proves you're an absolute psycho, because you know what that is? You know what she pulled out, Juan? She probably goes to these events. No, it's not a real credit card. She goes to the events and signs up for shit under Rebel Meddler. And then, she gets those offers in the mail. You've been pre-selected,
like the promotional cardboard one,
and it has the card in there, like the promotional card.
Oh my God.
That's what she's showing us. Okay,
it's not. It's a real card.
And the companies are so stupid that they think she's a real person.
I am a real person. I'm a real girl.
I don't even believe you're a real girl. Okay. I think you're some kind of hybrid.
I'm real.
Real what?
Real.
Real what?
A real girl.
Real crazy.
What is in your eye, Rebel?
Really crazy for sure, but yes.
What is in your eye?
We were talking about her eye herpes, and what was it? Your problem with not getting any?
This is not what we're talking about.
Okay.
What we're talking about, I had something in my eye and I couldn't get it out.
Speaking of herpes, 1 out of 4 people have herpes. Which one of us is it?
It's the one blinking.
Not me.
What's that?
No.
The one with the eye problem.
Rebel, have you ever had a cold sore on your lip?
No.
Nicole?
I don't like this game.
Hold on. Rebel, do you know what a cold sore is?
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the kiss of, like, to be honest with you, it was the kiss of death. There was this guy I was dating, and it was like too long that I let that go on. And it was
you
like
were teenagers and you
was like this last kiss. And then it was like suddenly the next day I had this like crazy cold, and I'm like, that motherfucker left me with that. But it's only ever happened in like a couple times.
Okay, so there's our 1 in 4 right there. Look at that. And
why did you ask me?
Go figure, it's the Canadian. Okay.
Well, there you go. That's a forewarning, I guess. Well,
all right, so here's the next trivia question. How many of you have had gonorrhea? Have you ever had gonorrhea?
Gross. No. I've never had anything.
Do you know what gonorrhea is? Describe to me, Rebel, what Louisiana people think gonorrhea is. No, but
it's
describe
a sexually
to me.
Transmitted disease.
Of course it is, but what are the symptoms?
Fuck if I know. I didn't have it. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Ask the doctor.
Yes,
she'll know.
Okay.
Let's ask Juan. He has
Dr. Juan. Dr. Juan, can you tell us what gonorrhea is? Are your people familiar with gonorrhea?
Oh my God!
No, but we do have the concept of the double-headed dragon.
Is that like a piercing?
No, that's when you get diarrhea and vomiting at the same time.
Oh man, that's pretty cool.
Double-headed dragon. Nice way to say it. I like that.
That's in the new Rebel Meddler porn movie.
And now we don't play with scat or urine.
It's called Rebel and the Double-Headed Dragon.
So I have a question for you, Juan.
Sure.
And this is Rebel prompted this, okay? So
me?
Have you ever had a woman say to you that they want to poop on you?
No, but I have had guys tell me they want me to poop on them. So.
And how was it?
Didn't do it. Not enough money in the world.
It's just
you're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, let me ask you a question though. Okay, so when they ask you that, okay, do they ask you like specifics? Like, do they want you to do it where it like perfect, like your target practice, it perfectly falls in their mouth or something?
Yeah. One person showed me a picture of a little seat. It's like a toilet seat with stands with like legs. And they were explaining to me that the person lays underneath that, so it lines up perfectly with their face, and then you sit down and just go to town.
Oh God!
Wow.
You know what's great about that? He's telling the story.
Yeah, the thing is,
he's telling the story, and I'm listening to it, but then I hear outside of my earbuds, I hear him talking in the studio right behind me, and I'm like, oh man, it's like I'm getting to hear this twice. It's so cool. But anyway,
yeah, no. If I'm taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, it's gonna be porcelain Super Bowl, not someone's face. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, so what you're saying is
I'm going to use
the glory hole. The glory hole.
Take it to the glory hole.
I would rather have a snake come out of my toilet bowl than do the other thing.
By the way, I have to say I'm going to give an award on this show today. Okay.
Oh, gross.
I'm going to give an award on this show today.
Throw up.
Okay. Because Rebel, you've done much more gross things. Don't throw up at that.
No,
okay?
no, that is just nasty. That makes me want to vomit.
So is having sex with the KKK, but that's okay. Okay.
No, I didn't have sex with him. I enjoyed that.
Wait a minute.
No, I didn't have sex.
Nicole, do Canadians consider oral sex?
It's oral sex, not sex. I did not have.
not. I don't know. I think that's maybe an individual thing. I think that there needs to be like coitus to be.
Okay,
sex.
We have a very special comment now, and I want Rebel.
Yeah, there you go. Hey,
what's the answer? What's the answer?
I can't even see. Ask me the question.
She needs it to be read.
Charles said, "Can I join the Mile High Club with Rebel?" Now, literally,
no fly. I can't fly anymore right now.
Well, literally, the Mile High Club in Louisiana is the little pole coming out of the swamp.
No,
and
no. But I will say to Charles, I can't fly right now, but there is a Mile High Stadium in Denver.
But if you buy her another broomstick, she'll be able to fly for you. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, does the Mile High Stadium count, or anywhere in Denver where they're mile high? The whole city of Denver, I think, is a mile high above sea level. So does that count for the Mile High Club too? Let me know.
I don't think that counts.
I think given the circumstances that you're on a no-fly list. Yeah.
I think it would count if it was Canada, because Canada is like a mile high.
Yeah.
That's the way I think of Canada. They're like a mile above me.
Yeah, a mile.
I miss the good old days where you didn't need a passport and you could just drive into Canada and do illegal stuff and then come back to the US.
Well, let's not do any illegal stuff, but aren't there spaces like little off the road paths that we can still cross over and
that's happening.
There is.
Anyone who's brave enough to keep going north, gets in the same way.
But listen, if I were a Canadian Mountie, I'd be like, fuck it, they want to keep going north. Have a good time. Good luck with that. Just let them go. You'll be coming back. You'll be coming back. Let them go.
To be honest, it's not an easy journey, like Juan was saying before. Like that life, the life of immigrant, however you get around is difficult.
Speaking of immigrants,
I feel like I'm one, but I've long ago.
Speaking of immigrants, what does it say when the immigrant tells the non-immigrant that they're the wrong one?
You get welcome to Canada.
There it is. Okay. This is not commercial for Canada people. Okay, I'm just saying.
That's just a joke. I mean, we are kind of, we're inclusive. Like we have diversity and, much like America, but, there's things that sometimes we would celebrate something. And then the more diverse it gets, it's like, you can't do that anymore. So, okay, we'll stop.
Okay. We got to talk about Exodus now. And
Exodus. I don't
mean the Exodus from Canada.
The Exodus.
I want to see how many people are at the Canadian border right now that said if Trump got elected, they were leaving this country. They said it in 2016 and they didn't leave. And now they said it again. Let's see how many people are actually flooding out of the country. The country's going to be empty. But anyway.
Because we got all the other illegals coming in.
So I got to tell you a funny story. Okay. I covered this show on the Pipeman Radio Tour the other day that was up in Orlando. And so I drove home after the show. It's like a 2.5 hour drive. And so I made it all the way home. And anybody that knows this drive from Orlando to West Palm at night, there's no lights and it's the most boring drive in history. So I did not fall asleep on that drive down until I wake up 2 parking spaces away from my parking space in the parking lot, just there. Wake up, foot on the brake.
Oh, Jesus.
The pipe Jeep is on. And I woke up, I'm like, oh, okay, I better park now.
Parking, get to bed. Oh my gosh.
So I'm thinking, man, I made it 2.5 hours and I couldn't even make it into the parking spot. And I'm like, I hope none of my neighbors saw me because, it's a high-rise building and everybody's like peering. You can see everything. I see everything that's going on, And I sit up on my balcony and I pay attention. What?
Maybe they weren't up at that time in the morning.
I would be. I'd be like, what the fuck is this person doing?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your neighbors.
I would.
Probably thought you were drunk.
I would have been up on the balcony like, what the hell is this dude doing, man? What's up? Oh, good. He's parking now. But
the fact that it took you 15 minutes to park, like what were you waiting for?
I'm not even sure how long.
2 hours later.
I'm not sure how long it did take. No, it didn't take that long because it was 2 a.m. The show was over about 11:15, so it could have been like 15 minutes, maybe.
Okay, so you sat there waiting to pull into your spot for 15 minutes. You were waiting for the ghost car to back out so you can get in.
With my foot on the brake. It wasn't even in park. Okay, my foot was on the brake. I was at the red light. I guess there was a red light there. Okay, but anyway, it was worth it because it was a badass show. Exodus the North American Disaster Tour. I feel like that's just real life right now. We're in the North American Disaster Tour right now, But let me tell you, it was awesome. I love Exodus, one of my favorite all-time ever bands. They were badass, okay, and they played with a bunch of other bands. Havoc. There's funny enough, okay. Tell me if this name means anything to you guys. Candy.
The stripper?
They're playing. Yeah.
Oh.
No, but that was before thing one. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Nicole.
Oh yeah, they're on the North American Disaster Tour too.
Well, of course they fucking are. What else are they on?
I don't know. You got trick questions.
You better look it up. Whoever's listening, look it up. If you have the right answer,
I love those little candies.
DM me. Don't take her out. Put her back in. DM me. Pipeman Radio on all socials. DM me the answer to that question, and you'll be put in to be able to possibly win something really big. And if you were paying attention to the rest of the show, you would know what I'm talking about. Okay. So don't say, what is it? Because now I'm going to get DMs or, well, what is it? What am I entering for? Like, listen, okay. Don't enter if you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. And like, I had somebody at one of the festivals that had no idea and tried to pull a flim flam, but the pipe man was too smart for that flim flam. And I'll be too smart for yours too, Rebel. Don't give me that innocent look. I see the police above your head. What are you doing today? Okay, so
time.
Dr. Nicole, why don't you tell them all about you in 10 seconds?
Okay, I host the Language of Healing podcast. You can find that on the Women's Network, Talk 4 TV, and at the languageofhealingpodcast.com, and Language of Healing on Instagram, Facebook. Is that right? This guy's always giving me a hard time. So annoying.
Okay, Rebel, tell everybody everything about you in 10 seconds.
You can reach me on social medias. Look me up, Rebel Meddler. Thank you.
8, 7,
I'm done.
6,
I'm done.
5.
Juan, your turn.
Juan,
I am just a figment of your imagination. I am just a figment of your imagination. I'm not even here.
That's so cool. You know what? I think that's what it should be. And then one last thing. Speaking of figment of imaginations, okay, before we go, we have one last thing we have to do, Juan. Do we have time? Do you have a show you have to do in 8 minutes?
No.
Okay. All right. Why don't
What do you call cheese that's not yours?
Why don't you bring Pipeman's subconscious onto the show?
Oh, God.
Ooh, are we ready for that?
Yes, we are.
I think we might be ready. We just want to tease them with my subconscious.
Okay, here's your subconscious.
What is that?
I am Pipeman's subconscious.
Oh my God. Can I talk to you, subconscious?
Sure.
Can you tell me what the problem with Canada is?
Everything.
Okay. Can you tell me what the problem with Mexico is?
Absolutely nothing.
And what's the problem with Louisiana?
Rebel.
Nothing.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Oh, my fault.
What are you going to do, subconscious, so you can take back my election that they stole from me?
I will hire the Russians.
Hey, guys, I'll be right with you.
Back the election.
You heard it right there.
Was that something about an erection? Sorry, I misheard that.
Pipeman is going to have an erection and is going to storm the swamp house. Not the White House or Capitol, because I wouldn't do that. But I'm going to storm the rebel swamp house, and take all of her gummy bears, and that's going to be the payment. All right,
sounds like a good plan.
So this is the Pipeman, and you're not. Who said that? There's a good trivia question. Who used to say that at I'm so and so, and you're not? Think about it. Maybe
Must
bring
have
it up
before my time.
It is before your time, Juan. Okay, it's not before Rebels time.
Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman.
Is that who it is?
Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, forget it. Think about it for the next week, because we're going to be on next week and every week, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, The Adventures of Pipeman, here on W4CY Radio, W4CY.com. And what's the whole disclaimer? And I'm not responsible for anything. Not even Rebel. Rebel's trying to look through rose-colored glasses.
I'm disappointed we don't all have bows and arrows now. Pipeman didn't make it in. That's unfortunate. Next time.
Sure. Why don't you rub salt in the wound? Why are you rubbing salt in the wound? That's so rude. Like, I haven't slept in a year campaigning for this, and now I'm not going to be able to have sexual relations with that woman.
But you might on the cruise if they win the Groupon.
Yeah, Naughty Knots Club.
All right, you know what?
That's right.
Let's play. Let's look for the Groupon next show. Let's look for the Shiprock next show. We got more we're going to talk about, because I'm going to be also covering Armored Saint and W.A.S.P. Okay, that's going to be really cool. That's going to be one of our shows coming up. I'm not going to tell you which one. You got to tune into every show. And you can catch any of this show that you missed or any other show on Pipeman Radio or .com or the Pipeman Radio app or the Adventures of Pipeman.com or anywhere you listen to podcasts. So thanks for listening, people. This was ridiculous. I can't believe I am still just some measly, nobody, non-presidential person today. But I'm in my presidential chair. That's all that counts, and you guys are all just my peons. But thanks for being here.
Forever in our hearts.
How come your hearts aren't working? Do the heart.
Yeah, where's...
Her hearts aren't working anymore. No. I have frozen.
There we go.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I still
Look at
got
that.
Love.
That should make us go viral. By the way, just like my interviews, this has to go viral.
There we go.
Okay, thanks for listening. This is The Adventures of Pipeman. Roll it, Juan.
Thank you for listening to The Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.